today we will be discussing the in-text question and overall questions from this chapter, leisure. Before that, I would like you to subscribe to the channel, give a thumbs up and share it with your friends so that it will be useful for them too. Let's begin. So first one is discussion. The poem we have already discussed, written by W.H. Davis, where the poet means or want us to have some leisure time so that we can utilize it for enjoying our life and have a good mindfulness. Now let's discuss, why does the poet want us to have some free time or leisure? Now read the first 4 lines. What is this life if full of care? We have no time to stand and stare, no time to stand beneath the boughs and stare as long as sheep or cow. So these are the 4 lines, and now follows the in-text question. So in these 4 lines, the poet says that we have to have time for our leisure activities, we have to enjoy the nature, and then we have to see the beauty of the nature as sheep and cows stare and looks the same way. We also should have the mindset to stare at the nature or enjoy its beauty. So in-text question first is, answer the following questions. What do you understand by the word care in the first line? So the first line, care, means it is full of busy and hectic life, busy life where we don't have time for ourselves, for our mind. Next one is, what does the poet mean by the phrase stand and stare? Pick out the correct answer from the 3 alternatives given below. So what is the meaning of stand and stare? Looking at things unblinkingly, that is a literal meaning. Actually in this poem he is not meaning this. Okay, next is looking at the beauties of nature and enjoy them. This is the right answer. Lost in thought, looking at things, this is also not true. So poetically he wishes or he wants to say that we have to enjoy the nature and its beauty. What is it that sheep and cows do for which we have no time? So it is standing and staring. So it is stand and stare. Next one is discussion. We will now read the next 4 lines. No time to see when woods we pass, where squirrels hide their nuts in grass. No time to turn at beauty's glance and watch her feet how they dance. So we have already discussed. This is A rhyming scheme, B, where A matches with A, B matches with B. Okay. So now let's see the in-text question 2.2. What does the poet think we need time for in? So line 5 and 6, that is, no time to see the woods we pass and where squirrel hide their nuts in grass. So what is the meaning of that line? So the the poet wants us to enjoy the peace and quietness of the woods. Woods means forest. And he wants us to see the simple activities of squirrels hiding their nuts in the grass or ground, and we have to enjoy such scenes. If we are very busy in our life, we will not be able to see all these things and we'll be missing them. Next one is 7 and 8 line, that is, no time to turn at beauty's glance and watch her feet how they dance. So in this one he is comparing the nature with a beauty or a dancer, where everything is, where the nature's beauty, that is trees, grass, waves, everything dances. Okay, so that is what meaning of 7 and 8 lines. Next one is, in the 7th line the poet spells the word beauty with a capital B. No time to turn at beauty's glance. Does it refer to a beautiful girl or or the beauties of nature, or to both? So he doesn't mean she's a girl, he's just comparing, and he actually means it is beauty of the nature. How do the beauties dance? Think of the tall trees, grass, waves. In these lines, the poet looks at nature and imagines her as a girl with dancing feet. The poet has given human qualities to the beauties of nature. When an idea or an object is thought of as a person, we call it personification. Personification means we compare the qualities of humans with the inanimate objects. Okay, human qualities goes to non-living things that they can't show. Okay, like beauty of nature, the quality of dance is being given to this nature. Okay, so poet often makes use of it to say more in few words. Look at the two sentences. Destruction of forest harms the earth. So when you destroy the forest, it harms the earth. It's a kind of personification. So earth is compared to a human where he gets harmed, where this earth gets harmed due to destruction of forest. Next is the mother earth cries. So it is earth is compared to a person who cries to see her forest being destroyed. Okay, these are two personifications. Next one is the first sentence is a simple statement of facts. The second sentence personifies the idea. Which one appeals to you more? The second one, isn't it? So second one is a better example. Here are some more examples of personification. Death, not be not proud. So it's being told to death, be not proud. It can be a line from any poem. So death is compared as a human being so that he should not be proud. Okay, so this is one personification example. The sun is smiling. Again, is sun cannot smile. So the poet imagines it as sun is smiling, and we have to give examples of personification. We have more examples like the thunder roared in the evening. You can write, if you want to write a note here, the thunder roared in the evening or night. Next example is my computer works very hard. It is being compared to a human being who works very hard. The other examples are the picture says a lot. Then the streets are calling me. That stars danced in the midnight sky. You can hear the trees whisper in the dark. These are all examples of personification. Okay. Next, let's move on to next discussion. We will now read the last four lines of the poem. No time to wait till her mouth can enrich that smile her eyes began. A poor life this if full of care. We have no time to stand and stare. So next one is Intext question 2.3. We have already discussed this in the previous video. So let's check what it is. Who is her in the line number 9? No time to wait till her mouth can. So it is a continuation of those lines, and her means the beauty. Her is the beauty. The line till her mouth can enrich that smile her eyes began means that a rich woman smiles with her eyes. No, that's not the meaning. Eyes and mouth smile together. No, that's also not the meaning. Beauty's smile begins from the eyes and spread to her lips. This is true. So C is the answer. C is the answer of second question. What according to the poet is a poor life? According to the poet, a poor life is where we don't have time for leisure activities and no time to relax. That's what he means. So missing of leisure from our life makes it a poor life. Next comes the overall questions. So let's read the first one. Who is we in the poem? We are the human beings who, who doesn't have time to enjoy the beauty of nature. Next one is which words have been repeated 6 times in the poem and why? The word that is no time is repeated words. No time is repeated so many times, 6 times or more. And why it is used is he just want to refer to the emptiness from the human being's life, the time for leisure activities. Some of the words that rhyme in the poem are care, stare, bow, cow. So we have to complete the list with other pair of rhyming words from the poem. So let's write glance, dances, one set, can, began, care, stare. So what is the meaning of rhyming words? Is it is sound it the sound that is being produced by both the words at the end are similar. Okay, glance, dance. So that sound is common. The word meaning may not be same, the word spellings may not be same, but sound same. They are known as rhyming words. You have some leisure time on hand, and your friend wants you to spend his time in risk taking behavior like driving, trying out narcotics, or having your first cigarette. You wish to avoid them without antagonizing them. You also wish to prevent them from doing so. How would you do it? How would you go about it? So, two friends are discussing about something, using of this cigarette or something. Driving is not a risk taking behavior, though you have to have the skill. But if you are old enough to get a license, otherwise you are not supposed to go for it. Driving is risk taking if you are below age and you are not supposed to drive a vehicle. Okay, otherwise it's fine. You have to learn this skill in your life. Next one is completing of these dialogues. Let's read. Amit, thank God we have a break before the economics paper. Let's go to the canteen and have some coffee. So Amit and Rahul are having a conversation. He says we have to go to canteen and have some tea. Rahul says, I have a better idea. Why don't we have a cigarette instead? So he's giving some risk-taking uh, solution options to his friend. It's a great stress buster. I tried it other day and could feel myself unwinding. So he likes it, he want to try it, and he want his friend also to try that. So Amit hesitates. I'm not too sure if that is a good idea. We can fill it if that is a good idea or option. You can read the next sentence. Uh, then you will come to know what you have to fill here. Okay. So Rahul says, "Come on, don't be such a sissy. One cigarette won't do you any harm." That means Rahul is uh, opposing the idea that Amit is giving. So Amit doesn't want to use that. That can be a situation. You can think of two people conversing. What can be the person's reaction and what should come in the previous conversation. So like that, we can write it like this. Rahul, come on, don't be such a sissy. One cigarette won't do you any harm. Amit, isn't it habit forming? I have heard. We have heard something. We have to fill that. Then Rahul says, oh no. That means something bad he has heard of about cigarettes. So let's fill it. Amit says about the bad effects of consuming cigarette. I have heard about bad or ill effects of consuming cigarette. Okay. So Rahul says, oh no. And it can destroy, you can also add up, it can destroy your internal organs. It can be any way. You can just fill it based on the response. Amit. Then he says, then why do the cigarette packets have the, oh no, he says, oh no. Then why do the cigarette packets have the statutory warning of what does it have? Smoking is injurious to health. Smoking is injurious to health. Since it is cigarette, we have to write smoking. So this is how the conversation is completed, and you have to see the next um and answer what it is, and then fill up the before dialogue. Okay, so this is how chapter 2 of English leisure poem is done. So thank you for watching, and I would like you to subscribe to the channel if you find the contents useful. Thank you again. See you in the next video.